Delighted to be joined by Adam Hunt shortly after what has been a very good 3 or 4 months for you, Adam, and a good run at the Grand Slam of darts and a win on the World Championship stage. You must be happy with the last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, cheers for having us, Josh. Yeah, past couple of months have been brilliant for us. Had an okay middle of the year, but people always say you've got to have a good back end of the year because obviously there's a couple of different TV competitions and stuff. So yeah, I did quite well in them. So got me sorted around, and so I'm happy.
How do you reflect on the Worlds? Do you reflect on it as a big success? It's one win in the Worlds can make up for a bad year for many players, and I'm sure you're really happy with the one win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the money's huge at the Worlds, and it can change your rankings straight away. I had two good wins against Lisa. Lisa was a good win,
Yeah.
I think I remember Dan Dawson saying, I think if you don't win, obviously it's doesn't look great on you, but if you do win, you're meant to win. But I mean, that was a great game, and Jamie Hughes was a good win, even though he didn't play well. And I played well against Dirk as well. He was just different class, He played his best game, and I played well myself, so I was happy.
Yeah, you mentioned that game against Dirk. I think you just ran into an inspired performance, and Dirk, I think, really showed in the tournament as a whole that he's a player that's probably destined for a top 16 place. And in that game, you had your chances and you pushed him in most sets, but somehow you ended up on the end of a whitewash, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a strange game. I mean, Dirk's finishing was brilliant. I hit him early doors with a 145 checkout, and then he came straight back with a 170. He took, I think it was a 114 or a 120 out to win a set.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only missing dots, like maybe a dot at the ball or something like that. I wasn't missing much. And they were for like 12 darts as well. And he just played brilliant, and fair play to him. He got through the quarters as well. So he had a good run as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything that's changed for yourself in the past 3 or 4 months? Because there seems to have been a big spike in your results where they've improved quite drastically.
Yeah, I think after the summer series where I didn't win anything, I think I knew I had to change something. So I went up and seen a lad in Scotland called Andy, who helped us out a little bit. And I've got a piano in my house, and I took that out because I was practicing more on the piano than I was on the dartboard. So then I started practicing more on the dartboard, and obviously the results have shown. So yeah, I think we'll stick with that.
Do you mind me asking what sort of advice you were given when you went up to Scotland?
There was a few different things that it's just basically focusing on your own game and not worrying about what your opponent's doing, and I think that's been my problem for years. I'm too busy thinking about what they're doing. And as long as I can get down in so many dots per leg and things like that, and stop thinking about what they're throwing, then I'll be definitely within the chance of winning every game. And I think that's I'm starting to do. I'm hitting more 15 darters than I ever have, and a lot more 12 darters than I ever have as well. So just concentrating on my own game and getting through legs. Yeah.
Is that a case of things in practice? If you're practicing on your own, just making sure you're getting out on 15 darts? As I know a lot of players do that sort of practice.
Yeah, it's the finishing side mainly, but obviously it's working your way down as well, and it's just little games of he showed us, and it's worked, and yeah, it's hopefully going forward next year I'll take it and then hopefully do well again.
I'd say up into the top 64 now, which must be a big breakthrough moment for you, especially with there's lots of big players dropping out and having to go to Q School again, and that gets more competitive every year. So to get in that top 64 and have a bit more breathing room, I guess, is a big thing, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's the first time being in the top 64, so big step in my career. Obviously, I've got another year left on my tour card, so I'm just going up while other players are coming down. So hopefully, keep pushing higher and higher and see how far I can go by the end of next year. Would be good.
Yeah, and I know in the lead up you've been a busy man. Do you mind me asking what job you do? Because I know you still work alongside your darts, don't you?
Yeah. I'm only part time now. I used to work full time. It's just an admin job for a domestic appliance repair company. So I just work Monday to Wednesdays. If I'm at a Euro tour and after work and I'm Thursday and Monday, then I'll just they'll move my days about, and I'll work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're really good. They're really flexible, and they're really supportive. So it's good to have that income as well as my darts as well. It's a bonus for me.
Yeah, I can imagine at the moment it's good to have the best of both worlds. But would there be a point in your career where you'd think of trying to go full time with the darts?
Well, actually, I did try.
Okay.
When was it? I think it was just before I qualified for my first World Championships was the 2019 World Champs.
Yeah.
And after about 6 months, I was going crazy, because you can only practice so much. I'm not a big practicer anyway, I can only practice so many hours a day. I'm not one of the people who can do 4 or 5 hours. I'm about 2-3 hours a day, sort of max. And the other time I was trying to fill my days was tough. So after that, financially it wasn't working out, and also mentally it wasn't working out for us. So I went back part time. Luckily they took me back. So
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm happy working as well as playing my darts. I think I've got a good balance in my life, so I don't think I'll be changing that anytime soon.
Do you think it sort of takes some of the pressure off as well, knowing that you've not got to perform? If you don't perform in darts, you've got the other income. Whereas if you were full time, you'd have to be getting the results, really, wouldn't you, to pay your way?
Yeah, I felt the pressure straight away as soon as I left my job. I wasn't a massive fan of it. I'm not a player who does a lot of exhibitions and stuff like obviously the top pros. So that's where they get their income as well as the actual darts, earnings from tournaments. So yeah, I think having that backup sort of thing that can pay me bills, and then the darts I can just concentrate and see how much I can make from that and get up the ranking sort of thing. Yeah, it's definitely takes the pressure off.
And we mentioned now into the top 64. We don't know what tournaments we're going to see in 2021. We don't know how many Pro Tours, Euro Tours there's going to be. But what are your goals now for 2021?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what there is to play, and obviously I'm in the top 64 now. That was my goal at the start of the year, and so I've thought myself maybe top 48, even top 32. Probably top 32 would be a good goal, because that means I will have qualified for a couple of TV events. I'm on course to qualify for the match play currently, so just maybe getting a couple of more TV events, hopefully get a match play or Grand Prix, something like that, and just build on what I've done this year. Hopefully get back the Grand Slam again because I enjoyed that week, and then obviously qualify for the Worlds again would be good.
Do you feel like you're getting more used to those TV stages now? You're getting more and more experience every month, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I felt so much more comfortable at the Worlds. The Grand Slam was a good experience for me because you got 3 games. I mean, you're not even though I got battered off Rangoon, then a 5-0, and I still got to come back the next day and play another game. Whereas if that was in another competition, I'd be going home. So that did give us a massive experience and confidence boost. And then the Players Champs, even though I didn't win a game, give us a bit more experience. And then obviously took that in the Worlds, and it obviously showed because I played a lot better.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, Adam, and we'll see you in 2021. Hopefully with plenty of darts on.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.